Why don't we ever do the same for our own operating system?
Know who you are, know how you operate, know how you deal. What is it that triggers you in your relationship now?
And then be okay with that. Once you figure it out, it's not going to be comfy every time, because once you learn it and know it and be okay with it, that's where you can start growing from it.
But you have to be able to, I know so many people don't want to have this conversation with their significant other because they're like, this is going to blow up and become a war. And I don't want to do that. This is an easy enter into this conversation with curiosity and looking for understanding.
It's more of a learning, not a fixing.
You just want to understand how they think, how they figure, like, how did you get there? So it's just a simple question with curiosity to, and to be honest.
How many times when you start a new job, you ask a lot of questions, right? You're trying to figure out how, not to be cliche, the system works.
Right.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out how the culture works. What's the problem with, well, for me, the first thing I do is I figure out how the sound system works. The first thing I do is I sit down and I explore all options to see what it can sound like, what kind of sounds I can make it sound like. Why don't we ever do the same for our own operating system? And realize your operating system's not stuck in stone.
You can update it, and you should.
do.
If you're not updating your operating system of how you think, how you operate,
stuck.
yeah, you definitely need to do a self-audit with someone you trust and love who can be honest with you. When you do this, though, I'm telling you, it will change the way you look at relationships, not just with your spouse, but at work.
Everywhere.
Everywhere you go, you're going to look at those relationships. And I keep going back to, so many people go, well, I did that once and it didn't, everything didn't go away. And I'm like, dude, it's like going to the gym. You didn't get out of shape overnight. Like, knowing your operating system and self-auditing and figuring that out and changing, that's a mindset that you constantly go through. I encourage you, man, if you got some of that favorite drink left over, sit down with your spouse and just start this conversation.